Hey guys, this is TechMaster2133 here again today, and I decided to do a video. I'd seen a couple of videos that CNET had posted when they were doing their iPad Air torture tests, like the cold test, the heat test, that sort of thing. They did it with a Mac laptop, I don't remember which one, but they stuck it in a freezer for 2 hours until it was covered with ice. Took it out and saw if it would turn on right away and boot up and not have any issues. And I was wondering if a much older, much more heavily used laptop, other than something brand new, would survive that test as well. So we have the free Acer Aspire 5100 laptop. It's got the 2 GHz AMD Turion processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and an 80 gig hard drive. This thing has been fairly heavily used. I got it absolutely free. The guy gave me like 3 laptops and told me to make one good working one out of them. This one, the battery is shot. It's not even in it. It's sitting somewhere else in my room because the cells of the battery were actually swollen. So I didn't like that. So I just took it out and I run it straight off the charger. What else doesn't work? The Wi-Fi card does surprisingly work. But as you can see, we're missing the Shift and Tab key on the keyboard. This thing is pretty damn filthy, and this is after I cleaned it multiple times. That has been sitting upside down, so all the crap that was in the keyboard's kind of come out a bit. This button here on the touchpad's like falling off. Still works though. It was designed for Windows Vista. Has the Radeon Express 1100 graphics card. This thing actually runs Sims 3 on lowest settings. You can play it. So that's kind of surprising. Does not have the original operating system. It is running Vista, but I reformatted it. Then I kept switching between Vista and 7, and even threw Windows 8 on it at one point in time. But I thought, since I kept seeing this frickin' Vista sticker, that it should run what it says, so I put Vista on it. But just to demonstrate that it does power up and work, I'm going to connect a charger that I hope is the right voltage and amperage. I think it's got to be like 19.5 volts. It runs my Asus quad core, so should run this. And I was a little wrong, I think. Damn, I don't want to have to go dig out that thing's charger. Alright, 1 second. So, after about like 3 seconds of looking around, I'm smarter than I thought I was, because I had already tucked the charger cord to this laptop right behind that speaker. So, awesome. All I had to do was reach around and plug it in. Let's fire this piece of shit up. It lives right now. I'm impressed with it for being a, oh my god, Windows 8. Yeah, I forgot. I'm dual booting Windows 8 with Windows Vista. Windows 8 actually does run on this. Not fast. But most of that is due to the fact that Windows 8 does not support the graphics card that's in here, and there is no Express 1100 GPU support for Windows 8 for this laptop, so it absolutely cannot run 8 unless you don't plan on doing any sort of Flash player / 3D intensive things at all. I mean, if you want to sit around reading text documents, it works fine. And you're stuck at a screen resolution of 1024 by 768, so that might get annoying as well. Gotta love that Backwards Coca-Cola. Yeah, got my Coca-Cola shirt on. Start windows normally because I obviously didn't care and I just unplugged it last time I shut it off. Bonus of free stuff. I've actually just been abusing this thing. I left it on for 2 months and it didn't give me any issues, which is surprising because it was idling at like 60 Celsius. That's after I took the original thermal paste off, cleaned off the heat sinks, cleaned out the fan itself because it was disgusting. Sorry about that. And reapplied thermal paste. I used Arctic Silver 5, the good shit. So yeah, and it brought the temps down quite a bit. When I first got it, it was idling 71 Celsius, and when I took off the heat sink, it looked like somebody had stuffed a carpet in there. It was bad. There was no airflow whatsoever, and I'm not even pointing at the screen. But as you can see, it works. It even has Warcraft 3 on it, and it works. Place portal as well. But let's get to the fun part, and the fun part is turning it off and making it cold. Now I decided I could stick it in the freezer for 4 hours, but what fun is that? So right now I live in Michigan, and in Michigan, where I live, it is 9 degrees outside with a wind chill of -7. So we are going to stick this thing outside under the snow and see if it survives after 4 hours. If it does, well, I give props to Acer. So let's get started. Well guys, here we are out in the snow. As you can see, it's over ankle deep, and we are going to start torture testing this laptop, like right now. Oh, that's cold. That is really, really cold. So, it's now buried in the snow. 4 hours, and I gotta go warm up my hand before I get frostbite. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Well guys, the time has come. When I set the laptop out in the snow, it was 10 o'clock in the morning. It is now 2:08, just a little bit past the 4-hour mark. So let's go pick this thing up and see what it does. Alright, so it's still here, exactly where I left it. Let's unbury it. It's gonna be cold as hell. Shit. 1 second. Well, it had actually taken me a second to find it. I had lost where I buried it at. But as you see, still very snow covered. So let's plug it in and see what it does. I'm gonna set it down here. Oop, camera fell over. Power jack. Alright guys, ultimate test. Powered up. Okay, now that's amazing. Like, this thing is covered in snow and it is booting up. This thing was sitting under the snow in -7 to 10 degree weather for 4 hours. And it has booted up. There's absolutely nothing wrong. I'm seriously impressed right now. It's got snow on the screen. And you saw, I literally dropped it in the snow, put snow over it, called it good, and I had actually lost where I buried it at. But it's booting up without issues. So, if you're ever wondering just how tough your laptop is, this thing is from 2006, I'm pretty sure. And it's been ragged on way before I got it. And she's booting up. Just like it was never even put outside. That is freaking amazing. But yeah, that, I mean, look at that. Look. This is frozen to the laptop. I mean, VGA ports full of snow, exhaust vents, USB ports, Ethernet port, all completely packed with snow. And this thing works. But, well, I just unplugged it. But that's it for this video, so you guys will be seeing it in a minute. And just to make this video more interesting, this laptop has a multi-card reader on the side. So I'm going to edit this video on the frozen, snowy laptop, which I did wipe pretty much all the snow off of. Still wet, but yeah, other than that, it's working fine. So I'm going to edit this video on this laptop and see how it does. Alright, talk to you guys later.